Dear students, today I am going to teach you the poem The Road Not Taken, which is composed by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And with one traveler long I stood, and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Now I tell you something about the poem and the poet. Robert Frost was a well-known American poet of nature. He is one of the most popular and respected American poets of the 20th century. He was born on March 26, 1874 in San Francisco, California, US, and he died in 1963 at the age of 88. He was winner of 4 Pulitzer Prizes. This well-known poem is about making choices and the choices that shape us. He describes his feelings about that choice that he had left in the past. The important message that the poet wants to give is that the choice that we make has an impact on our future, that if we make a wrong choice, we regret it but can't go back on it. So we must be wise while making choices. Summary of the poem. One morning the poet was standing in a yellow wood. He saw two roads running in different directions. He could not decide which road he should take. Then he took the road on which few people had traveled. He thought he would travel on the other road some other day, though he knew he would not be able to come back and travel on it. His decision influenced his future life. He regretted why he did not choose the other road. अब कविता का हिंदी में सारांश सुनिए। रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट एक अमेरिकी कवि हैं जो जीवन के छोटे छोटे अनुभवों से सीख लेते हुए कविता के रूप में संदेश देते हैं। एक सुबह कवि पतझड़ ऋतु में जंगल में खड़ा था। उन्होंने देखा कि दो सड़कें अलग अलग दिशाओं में जा रही थी। कवि निर्णय नहीं कर पाया कि किस सड़क को चुनना चाहिए। अंततः उसने वह सड़क चुनी जिस पर कम लोग चले थे। उसने सोचा दूसरी सड़क पर फिर कभी यात्रा करूंगा, जबकि वह जानता था कि वह वापस आकर पहली सड़क पर यात्रा करना अब संभव नहीं। इस यात्रा का कवि के भावी जीवन पर बहुत प्रभाव पड़ा। उसे जीवन भर पश्चाताप हुआ कि उसने पहला विकल्प क्यों नहीं चुना। यह कविता यह सीख देती है कि जीवन में हमें हमेशा सोच समझ कर ही निर्णय लेना चाहिए। The poem is of 20 lines. It has been divided into 4 stanzas. So let me begin with first stanza. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I couldn't travel both. And with one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. The first stanza means the speaker describes his position. He has been out for walking in the wood and comes in between the diversion of two roads. He stands there looking as far down each one as he can see. He would like to try out both, but doubts he could do that. So therefore he continues to look down the roads for a long time, trying to make his decision about which road to take. इन पंक्तियों में कवि पतझड़ ऋतु में जंगल में ऐसी जगह खड़ा है जहां से दो सड़कें जाती हैं। उन्होंने सड़कों को वहां तक देखा जहां वे पौधों और झाड़ियों में गायब हो जाती हैं। The second stanza is, then took the other as just as fair and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Second stanza means the speaker selects the route that appears at first glance to be less worn and therefore less traveled. This selection suggests that he has an independent spirit and doesn't wish to follow the crowd. After a moment, he concludes that both roads are about equally worn. इन पंक्तियों में कवि ने उस पगडंडी को चुना जिस पर कम लोग चले थे और उस पर घास उगी हुई थी, भले ही इन दोनों पगडंडियों का उपयोग राहगीरों द्वारा किया गया था. And third stanza is, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how we leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Third stanza means the poet returns to the point before he made a decision. Both ways looked equal and same in the morning, as if nobody had walked on the leaves on the roads. The poet chooses the less common way and leaves the more common one to a different day. तीसरे पद्य में इन पंक्तियों में कवि ने कहा है कि उस दिन पतझड़ की पत्तियों से दोनों सड़कें ढकी हुई थी. पहली सड़क पर फिर कभी चलने का निर्णय कर कभी दूसरी सड़क पर चल पड़े और असमंजस में है कि क्या वे पहली सड़क पर वापस आ पाएंगे. Fourth stanza is, I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Fourth stanza means, in the years to come, the speaker says, he will be telling others about the choice he made. While doing so, he will sigh either with relief that he made the right choice or with regret that he made the wrong choice. Whether right or wrong, the choice will have had a significant impact on his life. इन पंक्तियों में कवि ने कहा है कि कम लोगों के द्वारा इस्तेमाल की जाने वाली सड़क को अपनाने के कारण उनके जीवन में गहरा प्रभाव पड़ा. जीवन में लिए गए निर्णय भविष्य को बनाते भी हैं और नष्ट भी कर देते हैं, इसलिए हमें जीवन में कोई भी निर्णय सोच समझकर लेना चाहिए. Now we will focus on the word meaning of the poem. Diverged, separated and took a different directions. अलग होती थी, अलग हो जाना. Yellowwood, a forest in the autumn season. पतझड़ का जंगल. Undergrowth, dense growth of plants and bushes. घनी पौधों और झाड़ियों की घनी वृद्धि. Wanted fair, had not been used. जिसका अधिक इस्तेमाल नहीं हुआ. Worn, suffering from wear. जिसका अधिक इस्तेमाल हुआ. Trodden black, crushed with the foot, पैरों से कुचली हुई. With a sigh, regretfully, खेद के साथ. Hence, in the future, भविष्य में. And there are some questions. What does the traveler find himself? What problem does he face? The traveler finds himself in autumn forest where two roads diverge. He faces the problem of choice between the roads. What lesson does the poet want to teach his reader through the poem? Through the poem, The Road Not Taken, the poet wants to teach us that we should adopt the majority view. Discuss what these phrases mean. A yellow wood, it describes the state of the forest in the autumn season when the leaves first turn yellow and then fall down. It was grassy and wanted wear. The road was not usually used and the grass had grown on its surface. Literary devices used in the poem The Road Not Taken. Rhyme scheme is A, B, A, P. Wood is rhyming with could and stood. Both is rhyming with underwood. Symbolism, two roads which represents two or more choices in our life. Anaphora, and repeated at the beginning of lines 2, 3 and 4. Alliteration, wanted where W sound is repeating, first for F sound is repeating, thou, that, the sound is repeating. Repetition, ages is repeated and two roads diverge in a wood. This sentence is repeated in stanza first. Now we have finished the poem. I hope you have understood the poem, but still you have any problem understanding it. So please contact me. Thank you.